The abuse first began with the pushing, the shoving, and the pulling, and then it got really, that was physical, but it got really, really physical.
He would be forcing himself upon me, saying that I'm his girlfriend and that I owe him pleasure, I owe him whatever he wants. He owned me, he controlled me.
It was impending, or the next argument would be something that would result in physical abuse.
I experienced an almost death. My husband viciously stabbed me 63 times all over my body.
He beat me like a man. He was trying to rape me, mentally abused. I'd be called names, yelled at.
I think that the emotional and psychological abuse comes in ways that we don't even realize until we're maybe not in that situation anymore.
Many survivors, like myself, suffer the aftermath of domestic violence. Being out of that relationship doesn't necessarily mean that you're completely normal or fixed or happy. I remember having to deal with suicidal thoughts, depression. I still have to suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder, insomnia, anxiety. I might not be a veteran that have served in the war, but I have had my own share of battles at home.
I try not to give in so much to blame it on the domestic violence because it kind of makes me feel like I'm letting him win. But in reality, that's when my insomnia started.
Why am I having these dreams? Why am I having these horrible nightmares? I really want them to go away. I can't. They do test after test and I'm fine, but me, I didn't feel fine, and that's what was my main problem.
So I've been out of the relationship for 10 years now. I suffer from headaches. I would get headaches daily, tension headaches, migraines. I didn't realize though that after leaving the abuse that I really needed help, and after speaking to other survivors and listening to their stories, I started to think back and I realized that I didn't have anxiety and depression or PTSD symptoms until the abuse started.
At 31, I was diagnosed with hip dysplasia, and it was crazy to me because there's nobody in my family that has any kind of bone disease. I had internalized so much pain and anxiety and stress that it literally ate away at my bones, and I had to have a full hip replacement.
Being 25 years old, I may be still young, but I can get old really fast.
Now that I realize that the way I'm feeling was due to the abuse, and now that I know what I need to do to heal, I am very hopeful that I'll be able to someday have a loving relationship with someone. I'll be able to open up to other people.
My experience with the domestic violence is something that I've made peace with. I thought I would be damaged goods forever. But through counseling and self-help books, I'm at a point where I thought I would never be.
I made it for a reason, and I want to help other people and I want to help other women not to be a victim and not to keep suffering, and to be able to make a difference in their life and to be a better person.
Domestic violence is a huge problem affecting men, women, and children every single day. Do not be ashamed, do not be embarrassed, and most importantly, seek help.